Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hi. So I am Harsh back again with our last and fifth class of our series, okay, in which we are going to study about arrays and 1D arrays and 2D arrays. Okay, in which we are going to perform many tasks with arrays, okay, and also going to learn that how its form is, how it's structured, okay, and how can we gain more knowledge about that. Okay, so let me just first share my screen. Hello everyone. uh, Share entire screen. Yes, screen 2. So I guess it should be visible to you. Okay, so let's just declare array dot java and let's press enter here. After that, what we are going to do, we are going to write main. Yes. So let's first see some notes about arrays. What are arrays when and what are 1D arrays, 2D arrays? Okay. A finite set of homogeneous like types elements which can be accessed with same name and unique index. Okay, so it is an unique index which can be declared by you. Okay, and you can set up this type of data. You can set up your data, or you can say you can store your data in an organized manner. In an organized manner. Okay, what do you mean by organized manner? That it should be saved in an array sequentially. Okay, you can access that sequentially. You can store it sequentially. Okay, let's just see that how we are going to declare that, okay, and how we are going to access that data, okay, and how we are going to provide that data. So whenever we are going to, you can say, declare a data type, we have two things to perform. First, to declare that data type, and second, to assign that data type. So let me just give me a second. uh, yes. Okay, so here we are going to write, we are going to declare it. So there are two types to declare your array. There are two types by which you can declare your array, and just give me a second. Okay, int array. So ARR, we are going to name it with ARR, and we are going to just start here a semicolon, and here we are going to store 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we are going to declare here the data type which we are going to store in it. Okay, and you can also place it here, I guess. Yes. Okay. So here you are going to declare it. It is an array, and you are going to store data in it. Okay. So this type of array, you can say, is an non-structured, non, you can say, non-countable defined. Okay, in it you have not defined the count of elements you are going to store in it. Okay, you have stored it by your wills. You can change it manually. Okay, if the program runs, you cannot edit the length of an array. You cannot edit the length of an array. You cannot play with it. Okay, so okay, that was the first type in which the length was not defined, but the data was provided to it. Okay, and there is a second way also. Int array is equals to ARR. We are going to name it by big ARR, and it is going to be new int array. Okay, and here you are going to provide the length of your array. Here you have provided the length of your array, that you are going to store 5 digits in it. Okay, 5 digits in it. Okay, let's just try to how we can access our data, how we can print our data. Okay, s out if we directly try to print that, okay, if we are going to directly willing to print that, then it is not possible. And let's see how it is not possible. Open an integrated terminal, java array dot java, and if you press enter, you can see we are having some hash code and some data and another thing. It is a combination of a hash set and data code, which where this part is stored, or you can say address of one is stored. So if we are willing to access our data, what we have to place, we have to place the square brackets after it, and we have to provide the position. Okay, for if we want, if we are willing to access first element, we have to start with 0. Okay, after that 1, 2 and 3. Okay, to call 1 we have to write here 0. If you are writing here 0, then you okay, sorry, I was willing to clear the terminal. Here a is printed, let's store here 11. Okay, and try to print that. Okay, here 11 is printed now. Okay. Sir, what data is stored in 5? Okay, so I have not defined the data stored in an array. I have just declared the length of it, and I have just declared it. I haven't provided the data to it. So if I try to access that, then by default 0 is stored at each and every place. Okay, 0. Okay, try willing to access end point 0. Okay, and after that it is going to repeat itself again and again. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, sir, no issue. So if you are willing to provide, or you can say assign data, what you have to do, arr 0 0th element, we are going to store some data which is going to be 14. Okay, this is how we are going to store our data. And if you are willing to print whole data in a line, you have to use for loop. And if it's not the case, you have to just repeat that part again and again and again, and you will be tired of that. Int a is equals to 0 because the access point starts from 0. A should be less than, okay, it is having a property which is known as, okay, let me just comment this part out first and tell you. Okay, arr dot length. By this function we can check the length of any array. Okay, the length of array is 5, and we have declared the length of this array is 5. Okay, we are going to check the length of shorter array a. And if we try to run that, you can see we are having 4 as output, and the length of this array is 4 because 4 elements are stored in. Okay, so let's come back to this part. Okay, how we are going to do, we are going to write arr dot length, and what we are going to do, a should plus plus itself, and we were going to s out. S out what, we are going to s out our you can say array. First I was willing to print our numbers, so arr in bracket we are going to provide a as an iterator. It is going to iterate itself to from 0 to minus 1th length, because if this is the array, to access it we have to traverse it to 3. Okay, by 3 index we can access our 4th element. Okay, so it should run one length less only, not is equals to, you should be aware of that. Okay, so let's just clear this output and try to print with some gap. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to print that whole array in a length. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0, and after that a 4 was printed. Let's just stop that. Okay, 14 0 0, because at 0th element we have defined the 14, and after all the elements were at 0th place. Okay, let's try to print it for small array. Okay, 11, 2, 3, and 4. You can see here 11, 2, 3, and 4. So it is accessing each and every data line by line, column by column, and it is printing. Okay, so let's just see our notes again. Let's just see our notes again. We know how to declare data, how to, you can say, provide it data. If the data is not provided to any index, then by default it is having its element as 0. And also 1D array. A finite of homogeneous element E can be accessed with a name q. Okay, like types unique index, it is going to be index 0 to the size minus 1. Okay, and step 2 is going to be how to declare our data array variable. I have told you how to declare your array. Okay, in two types, by this and by this. There are two types. Okay, so let's just see that how much task we can perform with this array. How much task we can perform this with this array. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, so we are going to, okay, let's just comment each and every part out, and let's just only focus on this array. We're just going to focus on this array only. We are going to perform each and every task on this array. Okay, what we are willing to do, first of all we can do arr dot length, obviously. Okay, here we were printing 4. Okay, and if I was willing to print any maximum value, I was willing to print any maximum value, so how I can do that? Okay, int max is equals to array dot stream. Okay, sorry, stream, and here I am going to paste my ARR. Okay, not an issue, and I am going to provide dot main. Okay, and after that, okay, just give me a second. If I comment that part out and try to write s out and write ARR dot minimum. So by, okay, sorry. So here it is showing some error, so we are going to get as int, and here if we are going to stop that, so here are dot arr dot min dot, and just give me a second, guys. Okay, okay, let's just first try to understand that how we can do that. Okay, array dot string, and here we are going to provide next int. Yes, so int max value was provided like this, and have we, yes, there was and lack of import java dot util dot arrays. Okay, here we are going to provide arrays. Okay, string arr and dot arrays bin was provided here, and why this is showing us good fixed, place here string dot array no, stream and parsing null. Okay. Okay, let's just first try to sort our array. Okay, let's just first try to sort our array. So how we are going to do that? Array dot sort. Array dot sort, and where here we are going to declare our array. And first of all, let me just array arrays. Okay, arrays, I guess arrays dot sort. Yes, yes. Huh. Okay, arrays dot sort, and here we are going to sort our array. Okay, what does sort mean and how does it works? Okay, you can see 11 here. Okay, in sorting method the array is going to get itself sorted, means it is going to sort itself in an increment method. Okay, the bigger value is going to be at last and the smaller value is going to be at first. Okay, after that let's just try to print our whole array with the help of for loop. As I told you, int a is equals to 0, a should be less than, and a should plus plus itself. Okay, array arr dot max. Okay, so we are going to s out here and see that arr and its eighth value. We have sorted here, we have sorted this part here, and let's just try to. Okay, I am having some error. Why? Okay, one curly bracket is missing. So if I try to run that, then you can see I was having, first let's comment out this part. And okay, 2 3 4 and 11, I was trying to again print our array. So at first it was having 11 at its first place, but now 11 is at its last place. Okay, and let's just try this also, arrays. Okay, now it should be correct. And here I am going to write max. What is the maximum value inside our array? The greatest value of our array is, I guess you can please tell me the cats. What is the maximum, or you can say largest number present in our array? And also comment this part out. Okay, the greatest value. Okay, min, I have performed min, sorry, I have to write here max. Yes, the greatest value is 11. And in same condition, if I am willing to have a minimum value, then how can I have at arrays dot string? No, we are providing array in that dot min, and we are, what we are going to parse, we are going to get as int. We are going to tell that get this value as in int form. Okay, and copy that. The greatest, not the smallest. Smallest value in array is min, है ना? Yes. Okay, so it's just, if we run that, the greatest value in array is 11 and the shortest value is 2. Okay, so here we have done many more things. So now let's just move ahead. Okay, let's just move ahead and try to understand 1D array. Okay. So I was willing to store data of some students. Okay, I was willing to store some data about my students. Okay, array dot java, and if I press enter, if I write main function it okay. Here we are going to perform the tasks on the 2D array. Okay. Sir, what do you mean by 2D array? So I was willing to store data of my students. Okay. I was storing the name of my students. Array ARR was is equals to curly brackets. First of all, I was storing the name of Harsh. Okay. And after that, I was storing, okay, let me just, hmm, sorry guys. Here I am going to use string data type Harsh. I was storing Harsh and then Aman and then Jasmeet. Okay, sorry, Jasmeet and how much students are there? Jasmeet, Aman, okay, Juhi. So Juhi. Okay, I have stored their name, but what if I want to store some data related to them? I was willing some data stored related to them in a tabular form. In a tabular form, so it comes under second dimensional. We need a second dimension to store that data. We need a second dimension to store that data, which names as 2D arrays. We can store data in x-axis and we can store data in y-axis. Okay, how it is accessed? It is accessed by us with the curly brackets. Okay, it is accessed by us within the curly brackets. So what we are going to do? We are going to store data in integer form. Okay, sorry, int marks is equals to, so I am going to declare another dimension inside it. Okay, another dimension inside it. At first I am going to store some data of one thing, and after that I am going to store data about another thing. So one and sorry, here if you are using 2D array, then you have to declare two brackets. Okay, declare just two brackets. So Harsh has got English in 12 marks in English. Okay, and Aman has got 14 in English. Okay, sorry, 14 in it, and Jasmeet has got itself 10 in it, and Juhi is a topper. It has got itself, she has got itself her 18 marks in. Okay, so after that we are going to store another maths marks. Okay, it's going to be 23, 34, 13, 24. Okay, it can be right, and so this is 4 by 2 data. Okay, how can we just print that? We are going to s out in first bracket. We are going to write here marks, and in first square bracket we are going to declare the column. We are going to declare the column of that array. We are going to declare the column. It is going to be 0th column, and then after we are first of all, okay, and after that, oh sorry, at first we were declaring our row, and in second we are going to declare the column. So at 0 comma 0 index we are having 12. Okay, 0 comma 0 we are going to print that, and let's just try to print. First of all clear, and then write Java 2D array dot Java, and if you press enter, then you can see we are having our output as 12. Okay, but what if we are willing to have 14? Then let's just try this, and we are having our output 14. Okay, let's 0 1 2 3. So it is going to declare us the column of that row. Then we are going to come on second row. Then we are going to come on second row. And okay, let's just try that also. uh, First element, first row, and 0th element, it is going to be 23. So let's just try that, and 23 is the output. Okay, so sir, is this a proper way to print your 2D array? No, no. We are having, or we can use nested for loop. We can use nested for loop, means for loop inside a for loop. Okay, int a is equals to 0. Okay, a should be less than 2 because we are defining our row here. Okay, after that a should plus plus itself. Okay, here what we are going to do, we are going to use another for loop for our second dimension, which is going to traverse our a is going to traverse this dimension and b is going to traverse this dimension. Int b is equals to 0 and b is going to be less than 4. Okay, because the length of it is 4 and b is going to be plus plus. Okay, we are going to s out it. Mhm. Marks first is going to be placed a here and we are going to place here b here. Okay, and if I want to print that in one line, so I'm going to concatenate it with a string. Okay, with some gap, and after each line means this row is performed, we are willing to have our output in second line, so we are going to place here s out println and a blank string. So after clearing that, you can see we are having our output as 12. Okay, let me just comment that part out so you can have a clear visibility. Okay, 12, 14, 10, 18. Okay, and 23, 34, 13, and 24. The sec we have so at first the value of a was 0, so we were traversing on this one and we came inside our nested for loop. The bth value was 0 and th value was 0. Okay, then again for loop runs and bth value was 1, 2, 3. Okay, until it gets 4, it came out of our for loop again, and then the value of a was 1. Okay, it was iterated to 1, and then after that we were here with value b 0 and a was 1, and after that 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and let me just do that. Okay, so after like this, we are going to traverse our 2D array. We are going to store some data in it. So let's just not try to print some data. Let's try to do some experiments with it. Let's just try to build a project. Okay, so 12, we are going to just store 28, 45, 34, and 56. Okay, and what we are going to do again, we are going to write here, so it is 4 by 4. Now the array is of length 4 by 4 dimension in 2ds. Okay, 4 in, there are 4 rows and 4 columns now. 23 comma 67 comma 53 comma 49 comma 49. So if we try to print that, then place here 4 and just try to clear that part out, and let's just try to print that now. Hmm. Yes, if I print that, then we are having this array as printed here. But what we are willing to do, we are willing to print, you can say, corner elements 12, 14, 10, 18, and then this corner elements. Okay, then 20, 23, 28, 23, and 23, 67, 53, 49. The middle elements are not going to print in our case. The middle elements are not going to print themselves. Okay, let's just try to build that formula. Let's just repeat our, you can say, for loop. Okay, and build a logic now. Here, what's the catch? If we are having our th value as 0 or th value as 3, then we are going to print, or we are having our bth value as 0 or bth value as 0 or bth value as 3, then we are going to print. Otherwise, what we are going to do, we are going to print some space in front of that. Okay, so let's just place if. Okay, let's place our first condition. A is equals to 0. Okay, and or if a is equals to 3. Okay, or our bth value is equals to 0, or our bth value is equals to 3. Then what we are going to do, if that's the case, we are going to print our array value. Okay, we are going to print our marks value with A here and B here. Okay, if that's not the condition, so that means these elements are here. Okay, we are at here. So what we are going to do, we are going to just print do two spaces. We are going to print two spaces and just remove print ln because we do not want this to come in second line. Okay, clear. And if I run that, then you can see. Okay, and let me just now place some, you can say, space here also. So it should be visible to each and every one of you. Okay, now it should be clear, I guess. If I might now try to print that, and also now let's just print the s out here. That is going to be like this, and this is going to show a line between two arrays, two parts of printing these arrays. So here you can see 12, 14, 18, 18, and here we have printed our diagonal elements. So is this part clear to you? Yes or no? Please tell me. Is this part clear to you? Yes or no? Please tell me. Okay. Please tell me in the chat box. Okay. Oh, so this let's just come on our 2D arrays. Okay, and so here is in theory, and you can, if you are willing, you can take a screenshot of this. Okay. Okay, so yes, we have traversed our 2D arrays, and we are knowing now how to declare our 2D arrays, and this is it for today. Okay, and this was our last class. And if you are having any feedbacks, so you can just tell in the comment box. Okay, and we are sharing you a link to your certificate so that you can place it in your resume and post it on you can say Instagram, that by telling others that you have completed our course of 5 days successfully. And okay, and we have also provided you the form now, so let's just okay, consider it. And this is it for today. Thank you everyone, and I'm stop presenting now. Okay, so are you having any feedbacks? Please tell me in the chat box that also. Okay, welcome Dipesh, welcome. Thank you Jasmeet Singh. Okay, welcome Gitanjali, welcome.